Just a few moves left. Make them count. Ought to be some whiffle dust nearby. Look for an oven. Good morning to you. Says that that's the oven. Now, just crank up the temp gauges and catch the cloud it makes. Now that the whiffle dust is secured, Lump's ready to yo-yo. His disco biscuits are known for their hullabaloo. Lump says he has a load of sweets re-ovened for you. Better get them while they're hot. Cukies, mookies, and the odd poppadocaricle. He's happy to have something for everyone. Says the secret is not caring what others like. Lump wonders where you're taking the ark. That's the most reasonable thing he's heard all day. Thinks the ark sounds like fun, but with the world in good shape, what do you do with it? Deliver meals? Feels good about you working so hard to keep this kitchen going. Wishes he knew who you're...
So, what we have here is...
Why? You don't need...
If you want to...
But you know...
Says he didn't want to hope you'd pick him, but he's going to cook you so many great meals that you'll never regret it. Lump says he's always happy to help. Disco, disco. Says you should take it easy. Amazing how the forest is doing so well, while the tree of life is dying. Here is Knack Hill, the patch that Pebble calls home. Seems wowed that you made it all the way up here to wherever he happens to be. He's not quite sure about that himself, having gotten here accidentally. He was just passing through. The fact that he's no longer passing is where the accident comes in. He's bowled over by how you managed to find him. Someone who could do that could go just about anywhere. You seem solid, hard to crack, and always climbing higher. What could stop someone like that? Wherever you're heading next, he hopes you keep strong and tough. You'll need it to get through all the horrors of the world that lie ahead, no matter which direction you go. Wants to know what you'd do if you made a mistake while trying to get someplace. Would you head back down? Thinks he might just stay here forever instead. Says he's not sure he's happy about the world. Wonders why you tried to save the world. In the end, what's the difference? Curious about you working with the Myriad. Don't all those lights they use hurt your eyes? Pretty blinding, he supposes. Let's talk about happier things. He says it's rare, but sometimes he gets caught between a rock and a hard place. There's no worse spot to be in, and this time is no exception. He's always felt insignificant, like a pebble to a mountain. That's why he's climbing now. He wants to feel on top of the lowlands for once. He realizes that one who doesn't climb figures he's not as good a climber as he needed to be, at least at that moment. Pebble's risking death by staying or leaving, so he won't stop trying until he's able to climb out of this dying world. He figures he just has to be more careful. Also, it would be better if he knew where to climb. He doesn't want to be a pebble in your shoe, but if you'd help find some better spots for him to climb, he'd be really grateful. Thanks you for not just walking all over him when he's down. The stars never give enough light. The Bully-Bull Glade is beautiful. Watch out for Jumble.
Balani?
He'd heard about you blending your way into the...
Della cocanina.
Tells you to ask anyone and know that if they say yes, they're good, honest souls.
Wawim foca.
He wonders what you're going to do now that you've grown so tough and strong. Will you feed the world or watch it starve? You smell fresh and ready, like the kind of person who values nutrition and how it gives you life. He tells you that you are what you drink. So if you want to be good, drink wholesome. Otherwise the junk will hollow you out inside. Thinks life is full of all sorts of ingredients. It's up to you what to put into your blender and your body. And if you... Agrees that it does. But then you change the world too, right? Thinks it's amazing how the world is coming back to life. So many fresh things to drink. Says he's impressed with how hard you've tried to make things decent and tasty again. Thinks it's awesome you joined the Myriad. They're always careful about the things they put in their bodies. Nothing but leaves and light. Thinks if you're with them, you must be too. Thinks you should get your convo cooking. He's curious if you've ever had soup tastier than life itself. If not, you've come to the right place. He's widely known for his jumble juice. His thoughts are like his juice, all jumbled up in his mind. Those who claim to know him even call him Jumble. Can you believe it? He needs more customers to claim that they know him. He promises to look after you if you look out for something for him. Says it's a bit of everything, but also something particular. Jumble wants you to keep your eyes peeled for a band of colour that brightens with the sun after it rains. He's on the hunt for a concentrate of that prismatic refraction of sunlight forming in tasty droplets of rain in the sky. Find the concentrate he's looking for where the colour hits the ground. Bring it back and he'll mix a jumble juice to share. Agrees with you entirely and would be thrilled to share such tastiness with the world. This will be fun. Every little bit helps. Open it up and see what it's got. Nice and clear out today. It's darkest between the stars. New smarts for you. This is Dixie's goods. There's an outfitter and... Careful you don't slide down the Sprill slope. Maybe Honky can show you the way. Nothing like a story with an unexpected ending. Thinks most aren't as lucky as you. The fact that you've figures only those fortunate enough to have it happen can know how lucky they really are. You might be one of the shrewdest customers he's ever met. No one gets to be outfitted as well as you without being a sharp shopper. But what are you going to do with all that gear you've got? He figures you'll do the best you can with what you've got, and that you can cut yourself good enough deals to improve on that, too. Wants you to know he's been on the lookout for great deals for you, and he's happy to share them with such a bargain hunter as you. Did you ever have second thoughts about something you bought? Or worse yet, about something you didn't buy? Life's too short to let things you want pass you by. Don't you all? When you figure out the specifics, let him know and he'll see if he can sell it to you. Feels good about the world surviving. All his stuff is in it. Appreciates how you tried to help out around here, even if you didn't buy anything. Thinks you made a good match with the Myriad. He made a lot of green selling them all sorts of things over the years. Sometimes they made too many lights, and they asked him to help spread them all around the world. On to new business. He introduces himself as Honky and says that it's his custom to make everyone he meets a customer. He was born to be a merchant, or maybe it was fate. Regardless, there's nothing he can do to change it. Trading runs in his blood. He'll be fine, even if he doesn't turn a profit on you. That's a trade-off he's willing to make, as it's against his policy not to offer you but thinks it's better to have a friendship based on business than a business based on friendship. Honky says he wants to help you help him. He knows you're someone with the potential to stay loyal to his brand. He always follows the market and listens to what it's telling him to do, but often he feels it's up to him to tell others what they need. He'll give you what you need as soon as he's helped you help him collect an insignificant, good-for-nothing item that has sentimental value to him. Says it doesn't matter that much, but enough for him. It's so dark out. Nice. Some barked wood scrap for you. You don't get to wander below ground like this every day. You stumbled on the watchout. You should be able to find Nova up there next to the cloud somewhere. You could be a secret here forever.
Müzik Şukot. No.
Seems happy to have spotted you. It's hard.
Zake lava.
Figures with the world ending, it's better to spend time on things you care about.
Hokoso fuku.
She wonders what you're going to do with all the power you've been building up. Are you going to clear the skies or set them on fire?
Kulamati.
She thinks you'd like to see the smog clouds part and reveal the twinkles in the sky. Just think how beauty-filled that would be.
Halabate.
When she finds a twinkle, she likes to think it means that we're not so alone. That somewhere out there, even if everything ends here, other worlds might go on.
Tika kutufo.
Nova wonders if you've ever looked at the twinkles and wondered if you, like them, move in patterns that never change, locked into that nighttime dance? Or can you break yourself free?
Lama.
Loves that you feel that way. She's not so sure about herself.
Lama.
Figures if the twinkles spin on, the world should spin with them. And so it will.
Ka?
Says you always try to make things shine brighter, and she loves that.
Lupa pt.22.
Likes how you shine alongside the myriad. They're so bright and colourful, they almost blind the twinkles away.
Alabaje.
Says they light up the sky and drown out everything else.
Lava kegabaje.
Says when she talks to you, she gets twinkles in her eyes.
Music shukots.
She wonders if you're a dreamer too. Says her dream is in the stars. Her parents even named her the girl with stars in her eyes, Nova.
Supiti.
Nova says her mum was a rock star and she never got anything from her. But when the stars shone, so did she, realizing who she really was, a being of night.
Amo.
But now, she says, her head's stuck in the clouds. In some places, the pollution's so thick nothing can break through, not even her telescope.
Amo.
Says she always loved the dark. Can't see the twinkles at night. No chance.
Amo.
Nova says she spotted a twinkle when the night sky was clear. Her father's research claims that a single shard from a twinkle has amplifying qualities.
Tika kutufu.
She's convinced that a twinkle shard would boost her long eye so she'd be able to see the stars every night. She wonders if you could keep an eye on the night sky for her.
Ka?
There's a twinkle that broke through the atmosphere already, so it's not long until it'll hit the ground. When it does, she wants you to crack her a shard from it and bring it back here.
Hulekavo.
Promises that she'll show you all the twinkles she can find. The deeper the night, the darker it gets. That's a crossway up ahead, like a question waiting for an answer. might want to fall back. Keep those ears perked up. So much damage. Don't see that every day. If you can adjust the shards, you should be able to crack open that twinkle and pull them out. You found a fallen twinkle. That worked. Look at those shards twinkle. Nova says it was you the stars shone upon. You have a bond with them too, otherwise they'd never have guided you to the Twinkle Fall site. She says you'll play a bigger role in this than you think. It's written in the stars.
Okay.
You should start with putting the Twinkle shard in the Long Eye. She thinks the shard will be able to amplify the Long Eye so that it's strong enough to see through the pollution fog. Knew you'd appreciate the beauty of the sky. It puts everything in perspective. Nova says she's like the star. Seems surprised you have to go. Just move it around until you spy a twinkle tumbling from the sky. Turn that the right way. turned out great. Nailed that.
Nini, Malik.
Nova knows for sure that amplifying the long eye would have made her father proud.
Kulamati.
Nova says she has a stash of peculiar objects from the old world her father left her when he abandoned the planetarium.
Kulamati.
She's not interested in any of that junk. It just brings back memories of a world that's gone.
Shuko.
You'd be doing her a favor if you took some of it with you.
Gugaroku.
Says she's just glad to have them gone so she can stop tripping over them while she's watching the sky.
Lama.
Nova says you should keep...
Gugaroku.
Says you should take it easy. The light you see at night is brighter than you think. Feel that sunshine. Honky appreciates that you got him the pointless thing he asked for. He thinks you're a true bargain hunter. Honky would really appreciate it if you could get him another unprofitable item while you're at it. It would mean a lot to him, even if it's useless to you. The more emotional he gets, the better the deal you'll be able to strike. So there's something in this for you, too. The useless thing shouldn't be too much of an inconvenience to find, seeing you're out and about. Calls you a prime and a helper of the finest kind. Being a prime is so much better than being primal. Honky says everything must go except you. Hopes to see you again soon. Honky says everything must go except you. Says you... This could be the beginning of the end of everything.
Now
that Honky's got the valueless things he prizes, he says he's ready to bargain. Honky says he now wants to give you an opportunity to get more than you expected in return. He promises he'll make trading with him worthwhile. The more you get, the more he'll give.
Oh, nazy.
Says as long as you're happy with him, then he'll be as fair as can be.
Flupo, eh, Chill?
Honky is always open for business. A good deal all around. Days are scarce. Don't waste them. The bright colour arch is riding high. Follow it to the end. It's a bit less black out there. Slice and dice. Molecule. The deep cut. You found the chest at the colour arch's end. Just line up the gears on that lock and it should spring open. Those gears are ganked. That's a colourful find. Jumble cannot thank you enough. Nothing is as great as a surprise after the rain. He thought he was ready to make you the jumble juice, but his supply of fill-up glasses has become a bottleneck. Without it, he has nothing to put the juice in. Get him a fill-up glass, and he'll start mixing the juice in the meantime. He'll have it ready for you when you come back. That kind of glass shouldn't be too hard to find. You should be able to find one drifting about on the surf. You're helping him do the world a kindness it won't soon forget. Jumble says that now he's got a fill-up glass, he's willing to part with a splash of his incredibly invigorating jumble juice. Jumble says he's got other interests than sunshine after rain. He's gathered quite a mix of curiosa over the years. The problem is, it's weighing him down now that he's shifted his focus to the sky. He'd be happy to part with... Says it's whether the weather weathers well that worries him most. Jumble says seeing you always bright. Hopes to see you again soon. Jumble says seeing you always brightens his day. Says you'll meet again. Jumble says seeing you always brightens his day. Fair and square. Feels like something's about to happen today. The shadows are only getting longer. Hey, there's some e-waste. Those are the kind of things you need. Atomized. The place is filled with bugs, fish, and squickier things.
Bangash.
Pebble says he feels much better now that he knows where to go and promises to give the new spots you've found a go. Pebble's been putting his life on the line for too long and would feel better if you had time to help him balance that out. He understands the line between life and death is wearing thin, but he believes there must be a way to overcome that. He's ready to cross the line, but he just needs your help to tell him which way to go. If you'd help find some ropes that are tight enough to hold him, he'd be really grateful. Seems happy to have you echo his goals. The heights always clear his head. Pebble's right here, for now. Has plenty to do, so no worries. The day almost makes you want to smile. You move well. Glad to see some wood scrap there. That paid off. That's a proper junk depot. Just think of the things chucked away. Feels good to be alive. Feel the wind. Pebble says you've made him feel confident now that you've found a safe place for him to go later on down the line. Pebble says he's in your debt now that you've spent so much of your precious time helping him out. He's found many unexplored areas on his expeditions, but many required prying to squeeze in. So, now that you have the right tool, you should be able to pry stronger and better valuables from the days gone. One time he found a Supra dingley-doo, but unfortunately it had expired. What a treat it would have been. Pebble is always ready to help. Has plenty to do, so no worries. You seem to have made a new friend. Wow, that's a solar mirror. You get that pointed at the sun to bring the bright spark. Now you just need to get the solar mirror turned on. Turn it around so the shiny part's pointed at the shiny sky ball. You got all the shinies lined up. What's your choice? Dying? What a blow! That's a massive ping dish. They used to be able to find things. You're fading. Oh, that helps work the kinks out. The night's your chance to be sneaky. To get the ping dish to work, you need to line up the pong paddles for a proper match. That's a match. Now you can ping all the dishes you like. Spin that paddle to turn the ping dish properly. Pingety ping ping, you found a transmessage. If you want to spend this whole operation underground for a while, then you're on the spot with Bang Shelter 6D. Great weapons start with great materials. Let's pocket that. Hope you haven't seen the sky for the last time. You have hours stretching before you. The world is taller than you think. A ping dish. Experts used to find things in the air with those. Wonder if it still works. might as well jump in a lake. To get the ping dish to work, you need to line up the pong paddles for a proper match. That's a match. Now you can ping all the dishes you like. Spin that paddle to turn the ping dish properly. Pingety ping ping, you found a transmessage. You hit upon rye-fitters. There's an upgrade bench up in that little blimp. You'll get better with practice. A smartphone would lead. This one's Bang Shelter 6L. Looks like it's still working the way it should. Wow, lucky. Hard to tell how deep down you are.